Hey folks, welcome back. I am John Najarian, and yes, you are tuned into 3 at 3, and we're about to share our story with you to tie that in there. I am John Najarian, the 29th of September 2020. Let's get right to the presentation of 3 at 3. As you know, the disclaimer that I have to give you every day, because we've got a ton of lawyers that make me do this, is that this is for educational and informational purposes only. Full stop. That's it. As far as intellectual property rights, we have patents, we have trademarks, we have copyrights, we have registered marks on virtually everything you're about to see now. So please, before you use it, ask us. We'll be happy to have you spread the good word about Market Rebellion, but we will insist that you do indeed cite Market Rebellion as the source. Thank you. All right, I thought you'd like this. This is a little preview of what I'm going to be doing. This is some alternative data, by the way. I'll be telling you about a variety of ways that we collect alternative data. And I'll be doing that at our virtual summit, which is the 9th and 10th of October. Now, this particular one shows, as you can see, that Europe, Wizz Air, household word, household name around here, right? Wizz Air doubled their share of voice in the domestic and regional European market from 7% before the pandemic to 14%. That's a pretty big move, folks. And as they did that, of course, it was positive for Wizz Air, and it took some of the wind out from under the sails of Ryanair and EasyJet. But nonetheless, I just thought I'd point that out. We've got a bunch of alternative data that I'll be presenting at our virtual conference October 9th and 10th. This is another example, for instance. This is from Refinitiv today, and it shows you that in Refinitiv, Nike year-over-year discount penetration. So in other words, how much was the sportswear industry discounting on the left versus Nike? And as you can see, sportswear industry is the blue line there. That is 38% average discount penetration, and Nike only 24%, which is partly why Nike blew them away with their earnings report last week. Also, 69% of online assortment is on sale. 19% is the average discount. And the Nike average discount versus sportswear industry, Nike 6%, not 19.6. So this is some of the alternative data that I'll be talking about. I'll be showing you how we trade this data when we see it, because we saw this ahead of Nike's earnings, folks. You can imagine how you might have profited if you had been able to react to that. I'll tell you about it on our virtual discovery day, which is October 9th and 10th. My brother Pete and I are the hosts. We've got Tony Dwyer. We've got Mark Lepresti. We've got Grover Nordquist. We've got Bedros Keuilian. We've got Raoul Paul, Jeff Mackey, Thomas Lee, Doug Kurzian, Bill Johnson, AJ Monty, Dirk Muller, Ryan Mastro. Wow. We've got quite a lineup for you, folks. We'll each be talking about slightly different subjects, about technical analysis, about trading options and futures and stocks. You don't want to miss it. It is certainly a 2 days of intense learning that can change your life, change your trading career, and you get a digital copy of all conference content right after the event. All the gold and platinum tickets are sold out. All we have left are bronze. So you can still buy bronze tickets up until the 5th of October. And then we got to close it down, because since we launch on the 9th, we have to permission all the people who have permission to be in to be in. This is not just some Zoom meeting, folks. Nothing wrong with Zoom. Love it. It's done very well for me. But this is not a Zoom meeting. So if you want to participate, you have to join before the 5th of October. Actually, I guess you can join through the 5th of October. But after that, you can't. So make sure that you do if you'd like to join us on the 9th. Thank you very much. Let's get started with 3 at 3, starting with Tesla. And why Tesla? Well, I'm looking at some fills here, and they're looking pretty darn good. I like them. Tesla, folks, is one of these stocks that I love and others love to hate. And bought it below 360. Gosh, maybe it was a full week ago. And it ran to 405. I think it was 455, ran to 355, ran to 405. And I put out a humorous tweet and Instagram quote about it. But nonetheless, this is one I love to trade. And look at this big trade, folks. 40,000 of the 450 calls changing hands from $3.25 up to $6. Now, do I think you should spend $6 on a 425 call? No. Do I think you should spend $325 or $325 a piece for these calls? No. I think you should do what you should do. However, what I would do is I get in here and I buy calls that are closer to the money and I sell out of the money calls and spend in the range of that 350 to 620 that you see on the screen there. That's how I trade. And I like to do that in Tesla because Tesla has paid off for me so many times. Now, do I have nothing but winners, as some of my friends on Twitter say? No, of course not. I have losers every day, but I make 20 trades a day. So you would anticipate that if you make 20 trades a day, you're probably going to have some losers. What I do with those losers is I cut them quickly. My average hold right now is 24 hours. It's not even 3 days. It used to be 3 days. Now my average trading hold is 24 hours. So that doesn't mean that I wouldn't be in a trade for longer, but it means I'll probably be managing that trade, in particular when that trade is the deep end of the pool, when that trade is an option that expires in just 3 trading sessions, because today is Tuesday, the 29th of September. Tomorrow is the 30th, of course. And that means that we would only have 3 days, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, for these options to be something. For that reason, I want to mitigate theta, time decay, as well as vega, volatility compression. And I do that with spreads. I can teach you that. We can teach you that at marketrebellion.com. Let's take a look at the stock. So 417.61 when we saw it. Does Tesla have a shot at setting a record on vehicle deliveries? Maybe. Where's the stock right now? Let me see. Tesla, I'm looking at some of my recent fills here. TSLA. 423. Bang. $6 higher than when we cited it here. 423.54, folks. Bang. All right, let me get to our second of the 3 at 3. But first, if you'd like to learn how options and unusual option activity can help boost returns for your account, check out Unusual Option Activity. How do you check it out? You go over to marketrebellion.com and you type in marketrebellion.com/U like unusual, O like option, and A activity. UOA, you can check it out at marketrebellion.com/UOA. All right. Second of our 3 at 3 is NIO. So there's a common theme here, isn't there? Something about energy and about non-fossil fuel energy. NIO is, of course, an electric car maker. The stock was 1975. Somebody bought 9,500 of the 23 calls, paid 80 cents to basically $1. I paid, I think, 90 and 95 for mine. I also, by the way, in addition to these, bought a spread closer to the money. In other words, I bought the 20s and sold a higher strike as well, because I think I moved the odds into my favor by doing that. But 9,500 calls, folks, is 950,000 share equivalent, because every option is for 100 shares of stock. So when I say 80 cents, that's $80. When I say that I paid 90 and 95 cents, that's $90 and $95. So if I wanted to trade 1,000 share equivalent, that would be known as a 10 lot. A 10 lot in here would cost me $950, because $95 times 10, $950. I control 1,000 shares of stock. Now, if I bought 100, which I did, that means that I put down $9,500. And I could turn that into substantially more, I hope. But again, these are regular October expirations, so they are not 3 days hence, but 2 weeks and 3 days hence that they expire. Here's a quick look at some of that activity. Take a look. So OCT 23s, right? That's what we saw. They're up to 15,422, middle of that page. OCT 23s, they're up to 15,422. Take a look at all these others. The October 20 calls, 93,000. The October 21s, 56,000. You look at all those, folks. 93,000 is 9.3 million share equivalent. 56,000 is 5.6 million share equivalent. Those 22s, 43,000, that's 4.3 million share equivalent. These are big trades. I want to follow big, fast money, people that are buying in big chunks, not people that are buying 2 lots and 5 lots. Nothing against them. I just don't want to follow them. I want to follow somebody who's making a big commitment to that trade. That's why I show you that picture right there from the heat seeker earlier today. All right, let's get to our final of the 3 at 3. It is SunPower. Hey, wait, another energy play. Yeah, that's right, another energy play. SPWR, very strong activity in this one. 5,000 of the 1250 calls changing hands. 467 cents to 82 cents, which means, of course, $67 to $82 for each and every option that they purchased. I like it. I want to run right along with these guys. This is an at-the-money call purchase with 2 weeks and 3 days to go until expiration. The stock has estimated earnings the 4th of November, so this is unlikely to be an earnings play. SunPower, there's a recent graph from Yahoo of what SunPower looks like as you see it moving from the lower left to the upper right, and presently at about 11.93. I am John Najarian. You want to learn more about trading? Go to marketrebellion.com. We can teach you how to trade stock, options, futures, cryptocurrencies. We can teach all that at marketrebellion.com/get-started. That is marketrebellion.com/get-started. Thank you for joining me today, folks. I hope it's great wherever you are. It's my birthday. Thank you very much for all the nice birthday wishes. I certainly do appreciate it. And I'm going to be going out and enjoying a fine meal at my friends that run Gibson's tonight here in Chicago. I hope you're having a great one wherever you are. And I'll see you tomorrow on the Halftime Report. And again Thursday on the Halftime Report with Scott Wapner. Bang.